What is up, Twitch, and what is up, YouTube? What is up, Twitch? What is up, YouTube? We'll say it again. I'm just getting everything set up for live stream number 3 of designing ourselves a new logo. In the last stream, we designed ourselves the Twitch icon and applied it to our logo. And we also started work on the YouTube play button, which will be the other half of the logo section, representing the 2 platforms that I am active on. So just so everybody is caught up, this is where we are currently at, and I've got to say, I am quite happy with this as it is. But today we are going to be finishing the YouTube play button. Which right now is just a solid So obviously we are going to want the play button separately. And now to cut out the play. And it looks like the knife is not working again. We ran into this last stream. Sometimes this program just does not like to cooperate, does it? I sincerely do not like the way it just destroys the face creation. It absolutely does suck that you essentially have to take one step forward and 2 steps back. Pardon me. And now it's just not going to. Why, Blender? Why are you like this? So it'll cut that line, but it's miraculously not going to work for this line. Okay. Seem to have figured out a couple tricks around this program's absolute shenanigans. So now we should just be able to select the individual faces, which we are not. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, we are. Okay, cool. So we extrude that. extrude it. Actually, we are going to deselect the inside edge of that. There we go. And we're gonna make a rounded. We're probably not going to add the fancy design of the image that we downloaded. We are probably going to make it a little bit more rounded, but want the triangle to stay the same. The same inside diameter. So extrude that again. Deselect the edges. Okay. Again, I knew this was going to be a relatively easy process. I was just getting very tired on the stream the other day. And you know what? I think mirroring doesn't even matter. I can just rotate it 180 degrees on that axis. I don't even know what axis that is. Okay, that's actually looking pretty good. go into materials, new materials, assign. View it as rendered. And then new material, assign. Let's just go for a radical color. And for some reason that is saying it. How do I unassign that? Okay, let's just step back here. There we go. Now we can create a new material. Assign it red. And I guess to mimic the YouTube logo, we will keep it white. Again, that doesn't really look white, but the shading is not too important until we get over to the final design. But I think this is good enough that I can wake my foot up again. My foot falls asleep a lot. And I think this is good to import into our final logo. I was originally going to make it all textured and oh, why does my leg keep falling asleep like that? Oh, thank you. It is coming along quite nicely. I was going to make it all fancy like the image, and then I realized that it's going to take away from my actual logo, and with how small the with how small the logos actually are, it probably wouldn't even come across as fancy. It would probably just end up looking pretty bad. We want to shade smooth, and that gives us some nasty glitches. Is that an issue with lighting? No, it most certainly is not. Let's see how we can fix this. Because I genuinely like how it looks when it's shaded smooth. There we go, that looks better. Just shaking my head. Right, so we will add modifier subdivision surface. And great, I think Blender has left the chat. It definitely did not like that decision. I'm absolutely have no control now. And that absolutely ruined the triangle and ruined just about everything else. So let's undo that. And to be honest, it works well enough. So again, we'll save this, exit out of Blender. Blender left the chat. I tried to subdivide this play button, and the program did not like it. So the program left the chat. Program tried to quit on us. And now let's go back in to our all logo. I love how it always boots up in the all gray. Looks horrible. So let's fix that and put it into rendered mode. No, nobody's really watching these Lego design streams, but figured I might as well actually have it recorded just in case people do eventually stumble across it. Okay, so we're back into modeling mode. Let's go to object mode, file, append, play button, and then we want the mesh cube. No, we do not. Okay. File, append. Is it the plane? It is the plane. I forgot that we did start as a plane and just extruded to the 3 dimensions. Now we gotta scale this one down to match the size of the Twitch logo. And I'd say that without really trying, I managed to hit the size of the Twitch logo on my first go. Because that looks about right. And then obviously the width is going to be different. But that does not matter. What matters is we now have a YouTube and Twitch play button, or a Twitch logo and a YouTube play button for our logo. And I'm really digging how this is looking. Do I see the smiley faces and hearts? No, I cannot. I am in OBS. Let's see if I can see it in YouTube. Technical difficulties here. It's not letting me view my own live stream. That is hilarious. Probably because I'm accidentally in YouTube Studio. Let's exit Studio mode. And there it is. Probably because I'm accidentally in YouTube Studio. Those heart and smiley faces are showing in chat only. So it's just a YouTube effect. Smiley faces are sorry for getting feedback there. I'm only in the chat through OBS, which does not show those. And no, I don't think it keeps track either. I'm not liking the aspect ratio of the play button. I do think it does look a little square. When I look at the YouTube play button, it looks a little more rectangular, where ours looks a little more square. So I think what I'm going to do is just simply scale it. Again, it's just a design choice. Some people might think that looks worse. I think it does look better. And I'll scale it back down just a wee bit more. And there we go. Ash Lives Life, YouTube and Twitch. And I've got a real tricky idea that I'm not sure how well it's going to work out. It might. I genuinely have no idea. Didn't even know I had those stickers on my channel. I want to move both of those over a little bit. There we go. And my idea is in another program. Once this is all rendered. But we've got a little bit of finishing touches to make before we get that. Is something going underneath the logo? You talking about the empty space like this? And that's a no. It's going to be a pretty black background, but the only thing you see in the logos is this circular part. I'm going to crop it out, so any gray area here is just going to be eliminated, and nobody will ever get to see that part of the logo. Oh no, the purple is just my background color. Although, that brings us to the texturing that we need to do. And these are actually meant to be neon lights. I could not remember the word last stream. I kept calling it LED or some other form of light. But we want them to actually emit light, which they're not doing a real good job at. So we've got to do ourselves some learning with the textures. And my first thought was neon is a gas inside of a glass tube. So what if we made these opaque and added some particles inside them and make the particles emit the light so it looks more like a light. This section, I'm going to go into another program, and I'm actually going to sign my YouTube name Ash Lives Life in the best cursive I possibly can. But that's going to be in another program and in another stream. I want to finalize the 3D model aspect before I do that. Although centering, I do agree it is a little off center. In the left-right aspect of it. Yeah, something's definitely going there. I'm getting excited. This is really starting to look good. But we're on to another section where I have no idea how any of this works. But we figured out this much of it. So we will figure the rest out. So emission strength, maybe? And I am going to keep rendering the image just to make sure it's helping. I don't know what any of this means, so this is highly confusing. So we want it transmitting. But it's still not looking like it's emitting light. I think what I'm going to do is actually delete the light, and then we can really see. Ooh, okay, so it is lighting up the pink. And that actually makes it look smooth, but it kind of ruined the depth on it. Okay. So, I don't want to ruin the depth. That is a fact I know for sure. So let's go back to the original plan of trying to make it possibly translucent. And again, this is where the internet is going to be our friend. Again, I am learning as I go, and I kind of do enjoy looking up tutorials as I go, because I am human and am just learning this software. So we are in Eevee. And we'll go into okay, this is going to be fun. I have no idea what any of this means. And then again, we are going to just remove our light source. So we really want to know what our lights are doing. Okay. We'll emit a white light. Render that. Fantastic. I know you guys can't see the render. Now you guys can. Is the screen supposed to be blurry? Like the text? It very well could just be because it is on the phone, and it is a lower resolution for streaming. I do have it being condensed down from 1080p, so whatever compression the stream is putting on it, it could unfortunately just be restream issue, and unfortunately there's no fix that I can do to that, at least not that I know of. All I can recommend is being in full screen. Because I'm actually on the YouTube feed right now, and it's at least readable with full screen on a desktop. That is an issue I know about. Unfortunately, do not know how to fix. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. It's just gotta be the restream. Like, there's nothing I can do about the
I was
quality.
just wondering.
I mean,
That's
look
all.
at it from my desktop.
I can see. I'm just wondering because, like I said, I can't read the stuff that you're doing. Like, if you know Blender or whatever you're in, they would probably know what that is. But me not knowing.
Let me see your phone.
I'm trying to get it to flip again. Whatever.
Settings. Cause you're you're in auto quality 144p.
Why is it that low?
And then now, if you look at it, that's actually a lot clearer than I was expecting.
It was just my.
Yeah, it was just your phone. Although, wow, that I didn't even expect the quality to be as good as that. So that actually That actually makes me feel better about the stream quality.
But yeah, because now I can actually read it all. It was so blurry. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
The things you miss at 144p.
If you know that, you might know what you're doing. But if you have no idea.
Fantastic. Technical difficulties on Jeff's end. Got to get these looking a little more. And again, it defaults back to black lighting. The rotation seems to be messed up quite substantially. There we go. Got it all selected, I do believe. And that's a purple. And yes, it's all starting to come together now. Did not mean to do that. Let's go back into here and deselect the white. Select the red. And then now we can struggle through the emission screen. Emit a nice vivid red, and then we'll up the power to 2, and let's see how that looks. I kind of like how that looks, at least in a rendered version, but it kind of destroyed the dimension and made it look more like a 2D. Okay, so we don't want it to look 2D. But I think in a way it's probably going to have to. Although that does look so much more vivid. You guys still can't see it. I'm just genuinely proud that this logo is completely designed by me. And I know I will probably be revisiting logo design, maybe improving upon what we are making here today. But so far, let's select all the purple. I forgot you could do that, so that way we can make sure we are getting the right, or not missing anything. Emission. And again, I am going to have to keep rendering and I think all that needs to be done now is the pink just needs to be a little bit pinker Admittedly, it does look a little dark. And then that looks good. So we are going to save this render. Actually, how do we get some shading? Because it does look completely 2D. No. Even though this is made in 3D, it really seems to have lost that effect. And now it just looks like a 2D image. So this is a new problem that we're encountering. No, I don't want a YouTube tutorial. I have no idea what I just did. Okay, it's cool that we don't have any sun and we can get it to look like this. But let's try to go back into just get out of this viewport. Make that a timeline again. I have no idea what any of these were. That was the properties menu, so I got those two windows back. But let's add light point. That was the tools. My blender got messed up. And I have no idea how to get it back. So, quick field trip to Google.
To where the top bar is and right click on any of the empty space in it, and you'll get this little pop-up menu, and you can just uncheck or
What out of there? Come on, let's go. This way. In here. Come on, there you go.
I seem to have broken Blender. Great. Why is it doing this? I don't know. I just want the ability to move my light source, please. Although, actually, I almost don't. No. Haha, there we go. Not exactly how I intended to do it. But this actually worked. So let's edit the light source a bit. Go for about 4.5 watts. And that and now is there an absorption? How to make a texture absorb all light blender. I just needed to turn down a specular. And that looks phenomenal. It has 3 dimensions. It's emitting its own light, mostly. And overall, I am thrilled about this. So, I think, actually I know, we are going to save this image as I rendered it for the last time. And now, what? I don't know if GIMP is going to be the right program for this. In fact, I don't even have GIMP downloaded. Fantastic. Stand by as we install the next program to finish this logo. Hopefully. Install for all users. Might as well. English. And install. I could have sworn I already had this app installed. But I guess not, so no big deal. The logo is just about complete, and I could not be happier. Again, as I improve my skills, at this 3D modeling, I might make some small improvements to our logo. Obviously, I'm never going to delete the files and can always edit them when I am a little bit more matured in 3D modeling. Of course, it actually just opened up Microsoft Edge. And it should have installed. Yes, it did. Cool. This part I am not looking forward to. Because I don't have a drawing pad. A tablet would be ideal in this situation. Windows. Open my new logo. Go into OBS. And change the window capture. And now yeah, this is going to be tricky. Okay, actually, we need a solid, and we'll go for 30. We'll create a new layer. Titled signature. And apparently I have a size 1000 airbrush, which takes up the whole screen. Let's scale that back down to 30. I said 30 and it keeps going to 1000. Thank you. And airbrush is obviously not the tool for the job. We'll just go for a pencil. Okay, this. I can tell this is going to be very interesting with my mouse. So let's go back down some more sizes. Looks terrible, but a lot better than the last attempt, so I have hope. I think what we might do, since this is in its own layer, might just take up all the space we need. Lives. Nope. See, do I have any cursive fonts? Can we cheese this? Eventually I will get a tablet. And add my own signature to it. But I just don't see it even being possible on the desktop. Although I'll be quite honest, I kind of like how that looks. Obviously, we want to make it bold, and might want to make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. Now it's just a matter of finding the font we like. There we go. And I think that does leave us enough room. Oh. Gotta add an exclamation point, not a Q. And I think, as I was going to say, that it does need a little bit of connecting. So we will merge visible layers, merge, and then we will actually get the privilege of finishing the cursive off. I think this is really starting to look good. Super proud of this logo. I was super proud of the last logo too, but I don't know, the old logo just felt old. Save it. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so excited. I think what we're gonna do here is option. And this will allow us just to smooth it up a little bit. Again, just get rid of this section here because it just doesn't quite line up. All right, there we have it. I would say that most definitely looks like a lot better logo than what I have now. And it really just shows channel growth, because at the time I created that old logo, that's about all I was capable of making. So I'm super happy with this, and I think, seeing as we are in a Photoshop app, as I'm just realizing this now, we can, in fact, ruin it. We can absolutely ruin it. I think that looks good. I know there is probably more that I can do with this logo, but the question is, how much time do I want to spend learning new features? And I think that is where probably logo number 3 will come in, because I am super ecstatic with this. So you know what? Control S, file, export as Ash Lives Life final logo. We are going to go back into OBS and add display capture, primary monitor, delete the window capture, exit out of all my tabs, go to my YouTube. Let's update my logo live on stream. Alrighty, customize channel. Under branding. And let's look at this one last time. Okay, now that's problematic. There we go. Ash Lives Life Final. Adjust the gray area. Again. There we have it. The new and improved Ash Lives Life variety channel. Fantastic. Let's get back into studio. And it is official. What a beautiful looking logo. And I want to thank you guys so much for just watching me design this. I figured I designed the first one on stream, and I might as well continue that trend, because I definitely love making art. So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. And I might have to come up with some new ideas to make in Blender, because I most certainly want to come back to this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.